Hey everyone, good morning. It's time to wake up, or as close as we can do to waking up. If you don't like mornings, kind of like me, I'm not necessarily a morning person unless I have to be, like today. So we're gonna do this wake up, quick wake up, little flow that hopefully gets us moving. And I find that back bends help to wake me up a little bit if I really have to wake up early in the morning. So let's get into it and we'll work on some upper back bends and wake our bodies up. So, comfortable seat on your mat. And let's just take our eyes closed for a moment. And you can bring your chin into your chest and rest your hands on your thighs. Here we are, awake. Wonderful. Let's take a deep breath in and get ready to move our bodies. Let's go ahead and place our hands in front and walk our knees back into a tabletop pose. So hands are underneath the shoulders and the knees are underneath the hips. And let's just start to move the body a little bit here into cat and cow, real slow. So we'll dip the belly and lift the chin for cow as we inhale. And we'll move into cat pose, so arching the back and ducking the chin as we tuck the tailbone for cat as we exhale. We'll do that a few more times just in your own breath. And if you like to, you can move a little side to side. You can dip into one of your shoulders and kind of move in a asymmetrical way. If your spine is asking you for this extra movement, just go ahead and give it that. It's early in the morning. All right, beautiful. Let's come back into our neutral tabletop pose and make sure you have enough room in front of you on your mat that we can start to walk our hands forward. So let's keep our knees and hips exactly where they are. We'll start to walk hands forward into what we call puppy pose. So we're going to start to imagine melting the chest closer to the mat as we walk our hands all the way forward until you feel that beautiful stretch that's like, hey, good morning. And we'll just hold here. You can take your forehead to the mat if it feels comfy. The important thing here is we're just opening into the chest and we're not straining into the neck. If your neck feels great, we can go ahead and maybe see if you can take your chin to the mat for a little bit deeper of a stretch here. If that feels great this early, go ahead and do that. Cool. So let's keep that long stretch in the body and then come down to your elbows. So place some weight on your elbows and your hands and go ahead and walk your body back into where we're laying belly down on the floor into like a sphinx pose. So in our sphinx pose, we'll sit here and roll the shoulders back. Make sure that we're lifting and bringing the chin nice and high. And then let's tuck the chin and we can roll our head side to side in sphinx. And if you're feeling fancy, you can look over your left shoulder. Hey, there's your left foot. And if you're feeling fancy again on the other side, let's look over the right shoulder and check it out. There's your right foot back there. Beautiful stretch to the side of the neck. All right, cool. Let's come on up to kneeling, right? So we tuck the toes under. And this might be a little intense, so just take it slowly. We're going to just stretch deeply into our feet. So we woke up our upper body. We're going to wake up our lower body. Check this out. All right, so toes get tucked under. This is a bad name for this pose, and I don't like to say it, but it's called like broken toe pose. I just like to call it deep stretch foot pose because just, if you've ever had a broken toe, that's a horrible thing to talk about. So anyway, let's just make sure all 10 of our toes, if you got 10 toes, are tucked under. And we're sitting nice and flush weight between the two. And if you feel like it's okay, you can set your weight all the way back onto your heels as your toes are tucked under and feel that deep, deep stretch. If this is too intense, you can keep your hands in front of you and stop wherever you feel like you need to stop. Okay, let's hold this for a breath. And go ahead and come back to your tabletop. Let's lift up the feet and shake them out. So shake them out really well. There you go. Let's get some blood flowing to the feet. Wonderful. Okay, cool. So from your table here, let's come on up, bring your hands to your waist, and we're going to take a high kneeling pose. And we're going to go into like a deeper back bend here. So let's just start by bringing the hands onto the sides of the waist and rolling your shoulders back. As you do that, bring your chin with you. Look all the way up the ceiling. And make sure you're breathing. Let's take the opposite. Let's roll the shoulders forward, bring the chin into the chest. Let's do that a couple more times. So let's inhale, look up, chin up. Shoulders back. See if you can take your elbows sort of toward the back of the mat as well. Imagine your elbows are pointing away from the front of the mat. Beautiful. Let's do it one more time. Shoulders roll forward, chin to chest. And one more time, opening into that Shoulders back, elbows back, chin up. Beautiful. Okay, let's come on up neutral. And we're going to do this thing I like to call shoulder rolls. So let's keep our one left hand on our left hip and let's take our right arm into like a roll. So we're going to take our thumb up and we're going to swing our right arm back and just roll that shoulder until it feels like, ooh, just like super loose. We can roll it back. Be careful here that there's no one or no thing on the side of you because, that would be tragic. Okay, so let's roll all the way back and then let's switch the direction, roll the arm forward. Beautiful. And while you're doing this, check it out. Let's tuck the toes underneath so that we have a little lift in our toe, a little lift kit. And then come on up. Our right arm reaches straight up. Let's go ahead and reach back and place that right arm on your right heel. Let's start to lean back, look up and bring your left arm straight up overhead. Beautiful. Nice back bend. To come on up, let's tuck the chin and bring your hands back to the waist. Woo. Deep back bend. All right, let's go for the other side. So right hand stays to the right waist. Let's come up into our high kneel. And we'll start to roll our left arm back. So let's make big windmill type rolls with the arm. We'll just go round and round. Thumb up and all the way back. Just making full range of motion of that shoulder. Beautiful. While you're doing that, let's tuck the toes under just like we did for the other side. And as you feel ready, let's start to switch the direction of the roll. Bring it forward. A couple times here. And then let's start to roll it back one more time. Let's place that left hand onto the left heel. And as we do that, lean back, chin up, lean back, right arm goes straight into the air. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful camel pose here, camel prep. All right, let's press into that heel, come all the way up, hands on the waist one more time. And this time, let's take our right arm back. Go ahead and tuck the toes under if you didn't have them tucked already. Place the right hands to the right heel. And if you feel like it, you can place both hands to the heels and lean back into full camel pose. This is the deep back bend here. If this feels like it's too much, we can just take that one side at a time like we did before. Option 2, if you're feeling like this is a really, really nice shoulder open, heart opening back bend. If you're feeling good here, you're feeling great, go ahead and maybe start to untuck the toes. Take your feet all the way down on the ground. Keep that nice opening in your chest and lean your head back. Careful your neck. Keep breathing. Wonderful. Okay, go ahead and slowly, let's bring the chin into the chest, press into the heels and come on up. Slowly come back to our high kneel. That's beautiful. All right, that was a beautiful, beautiful, wonderful heart opening back bend. Let's go ahead and widen out the knees and walk the hands forward into a long, beautiful, refreshing child's pose. And we'll take a few deep breaths here. You can take either chin, cheek, or forehead to the mat. And come back to the breath. Beautiful. Let's bring our elbows just like into that Sphinx position. Elbows and palms flat on the mat. And let's walk our knees back and come into that low Sphinx, low Cobra. And shoulders back here. And let's go ahead and roll. Go ahead and come onto your side and we'll come back into our comfy seat. So whatever way you want to get there, let's meet back in our comfy seat like the way we began. And let's take 2 deep breaths together. The day's already started. Here we are. We already done started it. So let's make the best of it now. Let's bring hands together in front of the chest. Big smile on your face. Thank yourself for your practice. And have a wonderful day. Namaste.